if I cover these up, will they get rid of the stink? Anything's worth a shot at this point, right? Well, stink bubbles all around. Guess that didn't work. Welcome to DaddeeCraft. It's episode 62. Hey, we don't have stink bubbles anymore. We're starting out a little bit more naked than usual because of our new rule about retiring gear that we have enchanted to the point of no more enchantment. So we are going to grab some new gear over here in the chests. Let's see what we can come up with here. Okay, I look ridiculous. We ended the last episode in the bee cottage. I've been tossing and turning at nights in my sleep, thinking about things that could have gone better, things I wanted to do differently. I wanted to add a door here, not a door here, we have the door here. I wanted to add a button so we can trigger the door here. I was so scared of the redstone that I did before because it was so tedious. And it was so loud, and it wasn't really what I wanted, but I didn't want to build a whole second one over here, but I figured we could just run a redstone line diagonally down through the dirt in front of the house, and then we'll just build a little something to cover this up. Yeah, that works. Let's make sure we didn't break it anywhere else. Okay, that's still working. And one final test. Yep, works quicker on this side too. We didn't miss the sunset. So I grabbed some trap doors and I grabbed some cobblestone stairs and some oak logs. We're running dangerously low on oak logs actually. Let's see if this works. Oh, really? Okay, I thought it through, and the best thing to do is cover it with a banner for now until I figure out something better. There's a slab here, so I can't stick it and cover the whole thing. So a little bit of it's going to be showing. But this is the bee barrage banner. Yeah, I like this banner a lot. I just wish there wasn't a big hole in my house. Hey, look, it lights up. I do like the banner. I'm going to make a few copies. I've been trying to think of what to do next, and all I can think of is bee cottage. All I want to do is go back there. We might go back and finish the basement. I want to cover that redstone up so it doesn't get blown up or knocked around because it's kind of exposed, and exposed redstone makes me nervous. But I did want to possibly do some work here in spawn. I'm sitting here fishing for levels and I'm watching the sunset, and I can't get over how beautiful spawn is. I mean, it's on the edge of a desert, but it is a beautiful little savanna, and it's flat, and we've got some nice houses here between the creeper-proof fishing house and spawn house there that we're looking at with the sunset going down behind it. And there's a lake behind that, and the sunset looks amazing from the lake too. Okay, this is sunrise at spawn over the fishing house, and it's just convincing me that we need to do a little bit more work here. The pathing will be easy here because there aren't very many houses. There's a few hills to deal with, a little bit of terraining to deal with. The big issue is we're going to have to deal with the spawn tower, and that's something I've been putting off and ignoring. And by ignoring, I mean just completely not. I'm not really. I don't have any good ideas for it. I don't remember what I had in mind when I started it. I think I started it, and what I was going to build, it really belongs more in Dragon City, but I want it to be kind of a call to Dragon City, kind of lore, if you will. Hey, look, I found Houdini and I had a name tag on me. It's official now. I wish it was official that creepers would be falling from this. Well, I had one idea about the banner situation at Bee Cottage. I did put more banners up. You can see I fell in love with this banner. But my idea was put a redstone lamp in, and maybe that would transfer the signal? I know they do send signal out, right? So why wouldn't this just send signal down? Nope. Well, I guess that's not going to work. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to have to come back. But for now, we're just going to put the banner back. Okay, well, we're here. I might as well go down to the basement and check things out. Make sure the doors still work here. And I wanted to show you all this exposed redstone here. Well, if you saw last episode, you've seen this. If not, you haven't seen it. But we need to cover this up here. This is all the redstone that controls the doors, and it's splayed out everywhere. And I'm not good with making rooms for these things yet, so things get all over, and my redstone isn't very tidy or compact at all. So we're going to cover it up so nobody sees our shame. We're going to cover it up so no creepers blow us up and destroy all the redstone. It's really not that hard or complicated. But it is better that we cover this up than leave it. Oh, we don't need these anymore. There we go. Okay, I'm going to fill the rest in and be back. I filled the rest in. I captured a couple of bees behind me. Spent my last experience point name tagging them. But they're safe now. I want to figure out something else to do. That hole really bugs me, but I don't know how to cover it. I haven't a clue. I wish there was an easy way to deal with it, but I need the buttons on both sides, right? That shouldn't matter. That's sending signal through either way. I just need to figure out how to get that signal in there. At least the door works. I'm happy that it works. I spent so long. There's a door at spawn that's supposed to work like that, and I don't think I want it to work like that anymore because I've gotten used to the oak doors at spawn. But here's the basement all finished. I knocked a few holes in the walls to make it look like some of the cobblestone was falling out. And then I have some mossy cobblestone underneath the holes. This should be a little more dirty, right? Because if water was coming down, it would be just, yeah, like that. A wonderful time here. I am pleasantly surprised with how Bee Cottage has grown on me. I'm over here in spawn and I'm laying down the track into spawn tower, which is our biggest concern at spawn, is just making something out of spawn tower. Spawn tower holds our nether portal at spawn, and that's the biggest attraction to it. It's also supposed to be kind of the transit hub. So we need to get our rail system going all the way into the tower here. And that's the first step. And then we're going to figure everything else out after that. Maybe figure out where the ground floor is too. Okay, I'm going to lay the rest of this down. But in the meantime, what we have is just a flat floor. I wish I had made this out of quartz now that I'm looking at it. Like the lava temple. I'm not going to redo it. This is going to be lore that connects spawn to Dragon City. The lava temple is something else. That's more connected to the nether and the nether tunnels. We're working on lore, huh? If you thought I was cheating out on redstone, so did the game, and it broke the ovens in the Keebler house. I took a break from trying to fix the ovens, and I came over here to poke at the door at Bee Cottage because I'm in love with this place over here. I finally got a design. It's actually one of the original designs I had. I just had to make a compromise in the kitchen. But we've got an old patio here that has been abandoned. Got a little hole in it with some water and some mossy cobblestone that's developed there. Wanted to take you inside here to show you what I did in the kitchen. And then I also changed the door slightly, and I'll show you that after. But yeah, I just moved the countertop over. Button has to go there for everything to work properly. And then I put the crafting bench in the hallway. I think it looks a lot better with the windows. I didn't want to do a full glass door. I don't think that's right for a cottage. But I could imagine, and it looks nice with the glass on the top. So we went for that. It's really beautiful at night here. I'm not seeing any mobs in the immediate area, so I think we did a pretty good job lighting it up, and I didn't spend that much time doing it. I thought that hill needs to be lit up though. Well, I feel better after a good night's sleep. Let's run over and check out our doors one last time, and then I'm going to kick myself out of Bee Cottage. We're going to have to come back later, find another excuse, but I'm running out of reasons to be here. Yeah, it looks nice. It's really satisfying to see them. This side looks better, actually, because there's less circuitry involved. Yeah, the circuit gets to the top and the bottom at the same time on that side, so it looks a little better, looks a little smarter. I don't mind a bit of a old cranky door in Bee Cottage, though. It's satisfying to see it work without the hole in the wall. Came over to 119 land. This is Key Tip. I mistakenly call it Key Top a lot, but it is Key Tip. Been mining down there for copper, but I ran out of space. We have a storage space up there with 4 double chests in it, and then down here the entire wall was filling up with double chests, turning into a bit of an eyesore. I cleaned it all up, brought everything back to the storage room. I'm still doing that though. I've taken a couple of trips and I've got a couple more to take. I'm gonna wait till Dash gets back. That way I can do some errands for her, run to the storage room for her while she's building over here, because she's hanging out here and doing a lot of work on her build over at Glimmer Grove. We've got copper in all forms now, and should put a little more coal in there, huh? So I will come back with another update. I'm gonna just do some copper mining here, and then we'll figure out what I'm gonna do. I've got to watch a tutorial to get the oven working, which requires some research, or I could just start building at spawn and doing spawn tower a little more. I'm not sure if we can get that all done in one episode. If not, I'm gonna have to find another interior to do while we work on that and get that done in bits and pieces until we're done with it. Let's have a mining montage while we talk. We need copper for a spawn tower. My idea is to line the corners, the diagonal corners with it, and then corner that off with fencing. Well, walls actually, not fencing. It's something that I picked up from Joe Hill's and Zombie Cleo's joint base when they did a base together. And I don't know, season 8, I think. It was the short season. So I did a little of that here at Key Tip, and I wanted to do more of that there. The copper is going to need to be, I usually just leave the copper the way it is and let it age, like you can see behind me here in Key Tip. But the copper here is going to be, it's going to need to be waxed. And we don't have any honeycomb to wax it with. That's what you use to wax the copper, to keep it shiny or at the stage it's at. So we're going to need to spend some time and probably even plant trees until we get more beehives or bees' nests. I forget which one's which. We're going to have to spend some time at the bee barrage and get some more bees going, and then use clippers to get some honeycomb. And we're going to need a lot of honeycomb because it's a lot of copper. And I'm still deciding whether we need to use cut copper or if we can actually use the good stuff. But the thing is that it's just a fraction of the block that's actually going to be seen. So using solid copper blocks for that might be a bit of a waste. So I think cut copper is going to be just fine, because we just want that gold shine on the corners to be cutting through. What? The Keebler oven house? Huh. Well, we do need to fix this place up, so let's tear apart the MineCart loader that has been giving me problems because I can't find the original tutorial I followed on this. I don't know who taught me this, so I don't know what to look at to see where I messed up trying to fix it. Just get rid of all this here and go on YouTube. We'll find the answer. Okay, I found the original design. I rebuilt it just like the last one, only I covered it up a little bit better, gave myself some stairs. There needs to be 32 items in the hopper comparator to keep the system going when the hopper that loads the MineCart gets full. If you have less than that or a different number, and they all just need to be in one spot. I was getting it confused with some other MineCart loaders that I've seen and some other contraptions. This design just needs 32 in one slot. And then it's happy. It doesn't fill up completely, but it's filling up enough to cover all the ovens we have here, which is all I really care about, is that it's working so I don't have to sit here and babysit it. You can see here, as it comes back, it will take about 32 items at a time. And again, we have less than 32 ovens. It could be better. As long as it's working, I'm not going to complain. As long as it's burning things while we're doing other things around Escaltown. I did do a little bit of a redesign up here so we could just walk by a little easier. I hear some clicking though. Where's that? Is one of the trap doors getting activated? I think so. Let's look at that. Yep, right there. Okay, I'll have to fix that. But other than that, it's manageable back here, which is all I really care about. You just run in, drop your stuff down, and then get going. So the Keebler Elf House is finished again. That's one big weight off of my mind. It was really, it's really a drag when your oven breaks. So I guess all that's left now is I'm going to retire the gear that we have on us, and we'll take a look over at Spawn on what we need to do next. There's a couple of things that were bugging me. Looking at Spawn House. They're really tiny. But we do want to retire our pants here, which are our pooping pants, and then we have Carlton Fisk's chest plate, which we are retiring. Okay, then we have Y, our enchanted our enchanted shears. Made it over to Spawn here. If you had noticed during the sunset, this was off center. Sorry to ruin that sunset for you. There we go. All better. I did forget to finish the outline here too. I guess, does this count as an interior? It's gonna have to between this and the cellar. We've done redstone, we've done interior, we've done some interstating with the bridge into Spawn Tower. I do want to thank you for coming along on this month's episode. It's been a blast. I will see you next month. It's Christmas. Get your presents together and have a fun time getting ready for that craziness. Oh boy, I can already feel the lines growing at Walmart while I'm just trying to get my groceries. Well, thanks for coming along. I love you, Dash. Go hug a loved one.